Good day and welcome to the PSG Wealth Local Solutions webinar for the month of September. We will start off by looking at how markets performed over the month. The South African stock markets mirrored the global trend, experiencing a second consecutive monthly decline, erasing all the year-to-date gains. The LZ was down 2.55%, largely led by industrials, which was down 4.44%, and listed property, which was down 4.08%. While resources, being the only index with a positive return, was up 1.21%. Shifting focus to the next table, local government bond yields followed suit, mirroring the global trend as concerns grew regarding the necessity for global central banks to maintain elevated interest rates for an extended period. As a result, the LB was down 2.34%, LB 7 to 12 year bonds was down 2.84%, while the LB 12 plus years was down 2.96%. Now let's take a look at how that has translated into our solutions. Looking at the quartile ranking table, which just shows or takes a look at our solutions compared to peers, with the black squares representing the minimum investment periods, we see that the PSG Wealth Enhanced Interest Fund has been consistently ranked in the first quartile over all relevant investment periods. Taking a look at the PSG Wealth Income Fund of Funds, this fund has been ranked in the first quartile for its minimum investment period, falling mostly under the second quartile for all relevant investment periods greater than 3 years. Looking at the PSG Wealth Preserver, the fund is ranked in the first quartile for its minimum investment period and ranked in the second quartile for 7-year investment periods. The fund is also in the first quartile for its since inception rank. The PSG Wealth Moderate Fund of Fund, on the other hand, has been ranked in the second quartile for its minimum investment period and in the first quartile under the since inception rank. Lastly, looking at the PSG Wealth Creator, which has achieved first quartile performance under all relevant investment periods. Next, we will take a look at the top and bottom performance of our underlying managers for each of the funds. Looking at the PSG Wealth Enhanced Interest Fund, the Net Group Invest Core Income was the top performer of the fund, looking at the bottom performer being PSG Enhanced Interest Fund. Under the PSG Wealth Income Fund of Funds, Prescient Income Provider was the top performer for the month, with PSG Diversified Income being the bottom performer. For the PSG Wealth Preserver Fund of Funds, PSG Stable was the top performer for the month, with MNG Inflation Plus Fund being the bottom performer. The PSG Balance Fund was the top performer for the PSG Wealth Moderate Fund of Funds, with Coronation Balance Plus Fund being the detractor for the fund. And looking lastly at the PSG Wealth Creator Fund of Funds, the PSG Equity Fund was the top performer, with the Coronation Equity being the bottom performer. Below, you'll also see our quantitative radar screen list, which is all the funds that have not been performing very well. For the PSG Wealth Enhanced Interest Fund of Funds, we have none of the funds under our quantitative radar screen. For the PSG Wealth Income Fund of Funds, none of the funds as well have made it onto our quantitative radar screen. PSG Wealth Preserver Fund of Funds, Net Group Invest Core Guarded has been removed from our quantitative radar screen, and MNZ Inflation Plus has been added. With the PSG Wealth Moderate Fund of Funds, the Sim Balance Fund was removed. And lastly, looking at the PSG Wealth Creator Fund of Funds, 9-to-1 Equity was added. Thank you very much for listening in today. That is it for today. Enjoy your day further.